Monday and welcome to the end of Monday. It is Monday Night Paws here with Elizabeth Hack in Canine Care Hub. Apologies for my couple of minutes late. I was resetting up my microphone and my camera. It's been one of those days. It's been, to be real and to be raw, it's been hectic. But as is December in the canine world, hey? So big shout out to everyone that is feeling the seasonal overwhelm at the moment. Today's Monday Night Paws, I'm going to be talking exactly about that topic and actually being real and raw, being honest. I had a really beige dinner tonight, and I haven't put makeup on for you because I'm not ready to do. I don't want to take makeup off again tonight. I've just come off last week teaching 5 days in a row. My 5-day Profit Booster Summit. I had some phenomenal people join me on that. It's so exciting to hear the results already from taking action in your week. If you're interested, you can join the 5-day summit. The replays are available, so you can have access to me via WhatsApp and just say I'm doing the replay and catch up day by day and work through it, and then I will support you at the end of it if that's something that interests you. But I probably know already you are too busy. It is December. It is hard work being in the canine industry. It's silly season. And for most of us, this can be the most intense month of the year for your business. Or you might be sat listening to me, watching all of these other canine professionals hustling hard during this time, and you're hearing crickets in your business. Either way, having a clear business vision will help serve you. And when it feels like the wheels are spinning, you're gaining no traction, and you can't go forwards, it can feel pretty overwhelming. And when you feel overwhelmed and you feel like in the middle of the chaos, sometimes it seems hard to find the wood from the trees. Nope, the trees from the wood. Oh no, what's the saying? What a dork. And there's just a couple of tools I wanted to come on with to support you with this Monday night. This keeps saying that my resolution is low. I'm just going to check it on my phone. So apologies if I am perfect. And is low. I'm just going to check it on my phone. It's fine. I don't know why it's telling me this. So why do we end up in chaos in the first place? Are we listening to too much information from too many different sources? Or are we missing structure? And that can lead to overwhelm. That kind of hamster wheel moment. From the moment you wake up, you run into the next task, and you never feel quite on top of it. As a mum, as well as a business owner, don't worry. I also feel that way sometimes. When I come to you with tips, it's with heart. And sometimes you're great at it. There's peaks and troughs in life with everything. And even those people that sell decluttering courses are usually the ones with the most clutter around their house. So don't worry, chaos happens here too. I'm coming to you from your level. I'm not above you on this at all. So 2 reasons. We're listening to too much information from too many different sources. I love having multiple coaches, but when it comes to strategy and getting some traction, sometimes you just need to turn off the noise and focus on one and hone in and go for it. And also when it comes to coaches, make sure that they know genuinely what your situation at hand is like. Sometimes we gain advice from well-meaning family members or people on the street, but they've never run a canine business themselves. they don't understand the technique and the process of looking after a tendon in a dog's knee for a vet physio, for example. And if you are looking for the next quick fix, which of these coaches can get me to this result the fastest, then your first strategy to prevent you from seasonal overwhelm is to stop. Stop listening. Start implementing. Because it doesn't even matter if you're implementing the wrong thing, to be honest. The momentum of movement will get you to move faster. And if you are stopping and reflecting regularly, even if you're moving in the wrong direction, you can switch and come back, which is how you lean on your measurables, you lean on your kind of weekly check-ins. But if you feel like you're lacking structure or feeling overwhelmed, then I've got 3 keys to unlocking productivity and success for you and your business in 2024. First key, vision. Do you have a true vision of where you really want to go? And have you written it down? And if you've written it down, have you effectively communicated it to your team? There's this weird, icky thing that happened in business for still happens in business, and it's where people at the top of the tree don't share their vision with the rest of the team, and then people become numbers and cogs in a wheel. And depending on which industry you're in, and I was about to badmouth something that actually I don't think I should, because I think they're quite good at the vision sharing, actually. There is a giant business in the Canine World, but actually their core values and vision is fantastic, from my own personal experience working in there. But there were times where I felt like a cog in a wheel. You may know what I mean, or you may not. But if you've ever worked for a big company, have you just been a number to them? Or did you know the vision and the reason why your job is so important and what you performing that role does for the rest of the business? To talk this into layman's terms within an industry I am very knowledgeable in, if you hire a bath and brusher for the Christmas season, actually taking the time to explain to them how a well-prepared dog coat actually saves time in the drying method, the grooming at the end, and the overall result. If they leave mud and muck and tear stains and don't clean out the ears properly for this dog, like, what's the outcome, the overall outcome to the quality of the groom for the dog, the health for the dog, and the perception of the owner, and overall what that means for the business. If you haven't taken that 30 seconds, I'm like, that 5 minutes to explain that to that team member, then they're not going to check in between all the paws when they're washing. They're not going to make sure all the soap's out and do that double rinse, because they don't know the why behind it. The team needs to know the vision. And if you want your team to have buy-in and drive during this time of the year, you don't need any slackers at this time of year, I promise. Then make sure that you've communicated how important their role is and what the result of their role equals ultimately to the business as a whole. Oftentimes leaders hold their cards too close to their chests. They worry about driving people away. But actually, the truth is, people want to be part of growth. So if you've got a vision for growth for your business, share it with your team, because it will keep people around. It won't drive them away. And if it does drive them away, then they're not your people anyway. So that's fine. And Tony Robbins always says, if you're not growing, you're dying. So you want your team wants to feel like they're growing and going somewhere with you, and not going to be stagnant. So don't hold back your vision. share your vision for your business, and even if it makes you feel uncomfortable when you share it. Sometimes what I find in the facilitations that I do, the 90-day resets, owners, this is the first time that owners have ever shared their big vision with their team. And what they're concerned about, and what I have to preface as the facilitator, is just because you share it doesn't mean you're promising that it's going to happen. Like, if you envision having vet physio centres all around the world, one in every city, you don't have to know how to get there. And you don't have to get there if that doesn't end up being the course of what you ultimately want. So actually sharing it isn't a promise. You're not saying, yes, we're definitely going to do this. It's sharing the vision so that we can all drive together. And be raw, be real. And you can say that as well. You can say, this is what I want. I want to open multiple dog boarding, daycare centres, but I don't know how to get there. I'm going to figure it out, and if any of you know how, then great, because you're on the journey with me. And actually, like, asking your team for that help and support is a great way to buy them into your vision too. The amount of leaders that have been so nervous going into a facilitation at a 90-day reset and telling their team where they're going, and then they share their vision and the team is like, yes, I can already see it, this is the action step, this is how I can help. It's brilliant. Literally, I've never had a business owner have a negative reaction to a vision they have. Sometimes their team think they're pretty crazy, but then we chunk it down to 90 days and make it realistic to where we are in the moment. Oh, which leads me very nicely into number 2. So 3 keys. First one, vision, share it. Second key, strategy. Bite-sized goals, which help us take action. Recently I heard Steve Bartlett share this analogy, but he's definitely borrowed it from someone else, and he is very open and honest about the fact that he borrows a lot of analogies, but I'm going to borrow it from him and whoever the original owner is. If you think about trying to move the mountain, you never will get started because it's too overwhelming. You can't do it. But if you move it pebble by pebble, eventually you'll be able to move that mountain. And the way that we do this, and part of the methodology here at Canine Care Hub, is to live in the 90-day worlds. There's actually been a lot of psychological studies, and it's physically impossible for us to manage and process and figure out the path for anything past 90 days. And if you do, then you're going to be in overwhelm, because it's near on impossible. It's just not what we're designed to do. So setting goals for 3 months into the future, and then getting to those 3 months, reviewing them and resetting again, is far greater than pretending that we know where we're going 5 years down the line and never checking in. If you can set your quarterly goals, I call them DIG goals, defined implementable goals, because I like dog analogies, you've listened to me enough, and then review them every 90 days. You might not hit every single goal, but you're definitely going to be a lot closer to that ultimate vision that you have by working in these worlds. And if you need support with a goal setting session, then just let's book a call. In fact, I always say this, I'm going to get the link right now for you, because I'm here to serve you. Can she find the comment box? Yes, she can. Oh goodness, I bet this is entertaining for you all, watching all my lives. It is in the comment box right now. you're stuck, you don't know how to set your goals, even if you are watching this on the hashtag replay, make sure you comment that for me. Yeah, jump on, I can support you with that. Third key, take action. Set out clear steps and have accountability for who's going to do what. Lean on your processes and your tools. Again, if you don't have any right now, that's okay. Here at Canine Care Hub, we may have something for you. But all three of these keys are integral to success and momentum. Skipping one or another can just result in more chaos and overwhelm, and that's what we're trying to avoid. So, to put that into context, like a vision without action is just a daydream. You've probably seen that on Instagram. Action without vision, we're just busy fools. We're running around like headless chickens. There's no guarantee that you'll actually get to what you need to achieve, which if you've just done the Profit Booster Summit, you'll know your exact numbers on where you want to hit. First and foremost, to first of all cover business income, second of all cover your U.Inc number, what you need to take home to support yourself and your family, and then what profit is on top of that. Yeah, you may smash through your to-do list every week and feel like, oh yeah, I'm so productive, but then you might not actually ultimately achieve what you need to achieve for your business. So having that vision is important in the first place, because how do you know that you're winning if you don't reflect or have a goal to go for? It's like trying to play football and not having a goal at either end of the pitch. And then actions without sharing a vision is a great way to disengage your team. If you're just like, go wash that dog, not sharing the full vision of why that dog being washed is so important, then you're going to have an unmotivated and drama-filled team, and that can be chaos too. And it takes one bad apple to upset the apple cart, but maybe that bad apple needs to be heard and understood and have some one-on-one time with you. And actually, if you are running very hard in your little hamster wheel right now, this is more of a time to connect and get closer to your team, not a time to disconnect. I feel like this was like a deep Monday Night Paws. Hope it helped you. If you're watching this, my hashtag replay crew, please tell me what your biggest takeaway was. Vision, strategy, action. Block it down to 90 days. Share your vision. Set accountability for those micro action steps, and check in with one another regularly. That's one of the tools. I'm going to reveal the tool because I don't want to hide anything from you, because you took the time to be here. So there's a tool called a paw meeting. A bit like a Monday Night Pause. We press pause and we look at what we productively need to get done in the next week to move us towards the goals that we set for our 90 days. Oh, I do love an analogy. I'm going to step away. I hope you have a lovely Monday Night Pause. I always enjoy delivering them for you. Have a fantastic rest of your week. Try to stay out of the chaos. Keep calm in the chaos. And if I can be of any support whatsoever, book that call in. I'm here for you. Thank you for your service to dogs, and I will see you next week. Same time, same place.